And this video is brought to you by PrizePicks. It's so simple. Go to the App Store, download PrizePicks. You can pick more or less on your favorite players in the NBA, NHL, UFC for a chance to win 100 times your money. Available in states like Texas, California, and 30 more, plus Canada. When you sign up, you can use a little code TIMBO. Place a $5 lineup and they'll give you $50 instantly to play with, and it's a fun way to watch sports. You can pick more or less on fight time, more or less on significant strikes, more or less on a soccer player kicking goals, stuff like that. Fun way to do it. PrizePicks, code TIMBO. Okay, moving on. We're back again. And old Red's on his last leg. I will say that. We are surviving though. Yes, we are, and we got the legend back. Joe Diesel Riggs, and he's been up to no good, like usual. But this episode, I tell you one thing, you get that posture up, grab yourself a refreshment of your choice, and I'm going with Spade. Spade, 0 sugar, 0 calories, all natural, 6 flavors, cola, yuzu lime, guava, blueberry acai, kiwi strawberry, Dr. Spade, only 6 ingredients, including water, sweetened with the most premium pure form of stevia on the market. No bitter aftertaste, caffeine-free, dye-free, added electrolytes for a hydration benefit. Just as healthy as a sparkling water and just as flavorful as a traditional soda. Amazon link in the description. That's TIMBO Spade 10 for a clean 10% off. Okay, let's get this show started. Here we are. I just had the first practice here in the new dojo, and it's looking nice, guys. Guys, it is looking nice. I'm trying to take it step by step, but now I see it, and I'm like, what?
Have you done a video and showed everyone?
No, I haven't. I think we're going to drop a little YouTube video, and I'm going to get it going.
It's crazy how fast it's coming together.
Oh, my God, dude. Is it not beautiful?
It is, man. It's crazy. You have a gym like this at your age. It's nuts.
Oh, boy, I tell you what, it's been a headache, though. Hey, the toilet's gone out. Hey, the sink's overflowing. Hey,
if need be, you'll just shit on top of the other shit.
Yes.
I've seen it 1,000 times.
But I'm just cruising. I'm not letting my emotions get too high or too low. I'm just cruising level-headed. And I was talking to Garrett, just like you said, in the next 3 years, you're going to be looking for the next big thing. And I'm like, I just don't want to do that. Just accomplish something and just, what's next? Let's stress out more.
You're not like that?
I don't want to be like that. I want to make the team good. I want to make myself have good training. I want to make my content good and just enjoy this space, not be in a rush to just grow.
It's hard not to, huh? It's hard not to want more and just strive because you're a competitor. That's what you do.
Well, it's almost like a high you're chasing. Like, what's next? How can I make things bigger and better?
It's not almost. It is for sure. For sure. I mean, it's you can't keep topping what you're doing. You're blazing right now, man.
Yeah, being aware of it. And like I said, I got so many good coaches that I'm so thankful for, and just such a good group of people. I had probably 30, 40 people here yesterday just helping wash and clean all the new mats. Just like helping. I'm like, Jesus.
That's every time I've been a part of a gym move, everybody fucking see crickets. I mean, like, people are getting mad. They told me they were coming here. Everybody, they're not asked. They want to be here. You know, that's the difference.
The Java House is going to be the most beautiful place, like the sweetest place. I'll show you the hallway and what we got, our ideas, Joe. The UFC Countdown comes next weekend, which will be cool. And they get to come see the gym and stuff. And then employee party Saturday, and I'll see you there, chicken and pickle.
I'm going to be crushing people.
You'll be my partner in pickleball. I need duos.
Are we doing teams?
We have to. This Achille is.
How is it doing?
I do not need it below again. She gets tight.
Yeah, doing one-on-one, you definitely fuck yourself up.
One-on-one's a little hustle.
So, dude, what happened with Izzy this week? I didn't see. Everybody told me that he came here. I didn't see it though.
Yeah, he just came. He came. He was in Phoenix for a little show or a little signing thing, and hit up Suge, and then they got a training session in, and then he came and did a 10:30 practice, and then I got to help hold pads for him and Suge to end the workout in the new gym.
Your description of him was crazy.
Yeah.
You said he was a 220-pound sugar? That's crazy.
He was, too. It was weird. Usually, I mean, holding for big guys, they have a certain speed to them, and they have a certain length to them, but he felt like a 210-pound Suge. Wow. And all the things, I mean, we had good chemistry on the pads right away. Really? You can tell when you have good chemistry with someone. I think he was excited, too, because I mean, we hold some pretty cool combos for Suge because he's such a good athlete.
Yeah,
and he was just letting those rip.
Is he a good athlete?
He's a good athlete, explosive athlete, and just the most humble dude.
Yeah.
Just humble, just normal scrub, just like us.
You ever met him before? Is that the first time you've actually?
I've met him, but I've never hung out with him.
I never met him. That was the first at the airport. The first time I met him, he seemed very nice.
Yeah, he was pumped to see you at the airport. He said, but still, like it's such a good mindset. We sat down and did a 2-hour pod with him and his brother, and it was just so many good gems in that pod. I'm excited for that to release.
When are they dropping that?
Probably a couple weeks before the Merab fight, but it's going to help a lot of people. It's going to be
good shit.
It's going to be good stuff. But things we learned from Izzy, it was weird because it was like we have learned so much from just watching Izzy in all these 5-round fights, watching his pace, watching the way he breathes, because he's an explosive, fast twitch dude. And when you're getting in 5-round bouts, you got to be careful with your explosiveness. So we've learned so many tricks from him, but he was like, dude, you guys have no idea how much I've learned from you, and just this trip alone, how much I've like learned and took little things.
That's cool as hell.
Holy cow!
And when somebody has humility and can humble themselves like that, it means a lot, especially when when somebody has a stature like that.
Yeah, and his last fight against Imavov, like he wasn't just bitter about it at all. He's just like, I did everything I could. I had such a great camp. I checked all the boxes. And when you do that, win or lose, you're going to be okay.
Fuck yeah. Brandon Couture gave me the best advice in the world. The worst things that happen to you, in your life, if you lose a fight, you're doing okay.
Yeah.
It feels like the world's crumbling, like Trayshawn this weekend. He took a vicious hammering, he just showed heart. Everybody was saying they think that guy was a lot better than they thought. I don't think so. I just think Trey didn't show up. He just sat in front of him,
So you were in Miami for UFC 314, cornering Trayshawn, a very, very explosive dude. I was watching you hold pads from him. I'm like, damn, dude, if he smokes someone with that head kick, even if they block it, it's gonna hurt him.
He just doesn't matter what his kicks, punches, knees. But it just when we first started working, I thought because he'd been training for a long time. He came from I forget what gym he came from. I thought he understood things that he didn't. He didn't understand distance like I thought. Like a basic level, you thought jab the body, change levels to 3-2. He doesn't know how to do that. Mm-hmm. He's just a special person, so he's able to adapt faster. Mm-hmm. But you had to break it down, start working on things that I thought he already did.
And what kind of things when you come back and be like, okay, this is something we can.
He's with his style. I'm good.
No, we'll just loosen up a little bit.
No, to get your minds right.
It's like coming back. What are you going to do for some things to fix with Trayshawn?
Well, him being an explosive athlete, I think everything has to come off of his head movement, and side-to-side movement. Then I want him to explode in anything. Biggest thing, he's got to fucking be first, man.
Or just pulling the trigger.
That's it. Sometimes it's harder than it seems.
It's easier said than done.
I've been known to sit in front of a man or two.
Yeah, I've witnessed it.
Yeah, it doesn't matter what, you just sit there.
The one I was like, just throw something, please. When Kamosi was kneeing me, I'm like,
oh God,
I knew a right hook was coming, but he broke your stick.
Oh yeah, she was broke. It was because what I was thinking that fight, I take one, and I'm like, okay,
I'm ready for it to win. I knew it was coming
because my eye fucking in the eye. I'm like, oh God, but that's par for the course. It's happening every fight. And then he just let go of my head and to grab my shoulders, was kneeing me. So I'm thinking his hands aren't even up. You haven't thrown a punch, you fucking bum. And then I'm like, now's the time. Down I go. Mm-hmm. Remember, I went to post him. I went through the little. I was trying to come through the skin.
Oh,
it was a bad break. I almost went passed out from that.
Good God. Another thing with Izzy, he was saying he's kind of enjoying his life. Before, he was just like taking all these back-to-back fights. If you look at some of the old pay-per-views, every other pay-per-view he was the headliner of, and he's taking some break. And it seems like he's just in a really good headspace.
That's good.
A good headspace, and it seemed like he was wanting that Strickland fight back.
Yeah. If they fought, what do you think would be the difference?
Izzy, they said, not excuses and stuff, but that was a very, very, his knee was fucked up. He was just so burnt out. It was just a bad night where he didn't show up.
Especially after that fight, you see Strickland. He's a great fighter, but he's not like Izzy. He's not like Izzy for sure. He had a good night. He had a bad night, in my opinion.
Yeah, he said GSP gave him some good advice and just said, like, don't just take these fights. Like, make sure you're hungry to take a fight, especially when you're at this level and you have enough money. Make sure you're hungry and you want to do it.
People don't realize when you make money, I mean, comfort is a bad thing for a fighter to a certain degree. You know, when money makes things easier, and when a fighter's hungry, usually he's fucking broke. You know.
Yeah.
It is. I look back at my career. The most I was ever, angry, hungry, just tenacious was when I was fucking struggling. You know, for sure.
I got to ask him a lot of questions about his coach and the way he handles.
Was he that big guy with him?
No, it was
some Polynesian guy with him.
That was a security guard.
Dude, that poor bastard was stuck in a seat, like fucking. It was like a 5-hour flight. He didn't say a word. I was bitching. He wasn't. He's a big guy.
Yeah, he's a beast. One thing I thought was interesting is like for the vets, and that's the key. Out of fight camp, they only light spar once a week.
That's what he does?
Light spar once a week when you're out of fight camp. Once you get into fight camp, we spar a little harder, maybe more times in a week. I'm like, that's pretty cool. But again, when you're an amateur coming up, you get a lot out of these multiple sparring sessions.
It's hard. It's hard to know what's too much, what's enough. I mean, because you think the way you learned the ropes is you go through the fire, man. You have to. I mean, you have to hold yourself to the fire. You know, I mean, sometimes you never know how much, but yeah, it's.
But once you get
double kick up
or 15, 20 fights in you.
Yeah.
And you know how to fight a little bit. Maybe it might be a good time, or maybe you're getting up there, you're 20, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33. Maybe take care of your brain a little bit.
Oh yeah,
that could be one.
There's been a lot of cool things that they've been coming out with helping the brain. Mm-hmm. I guess every gym I go to, I'm really cognizant. I'm aware of sparring. I just watch that, and I see somebody. I mean, it's inevitable it's going to happen, but when it's just egregious, when somebody's hurt and they're just trying to finish him in the gym, that's just fucking goes through me.
You see it all the time.
I do, and just the other day, I fucking had to jump into the cage and stop the sparring because.
Did you scream? Stop
it! He's had enough, and he got a pretty bad concussion a couple weeks before. And just what happens often, you're guilt tripped to go in there and giving people rounds when you shouldn't be.
Yeah.
And he took a couple shots and I stopped it.
But it is hard too. It's like, okay, if everyone's only sparring hard when they're in fight camp, what if you need?
You have
guys need hard sparring.
I'm a big fan of bringing sparring partners in for camps.
Yes.
Because then I mean, in a way you obviously you don't take care of them, you're paying them and stuff like that. So you treat it like a fight. You know, it's like you got someone coming in. I mean, I always like that.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously some people can't do that, but you can always you can make adjustments and bring people in from different gyms. You don't have to pay them, but.
Okay, we'll hit some Snapchat questions here. Arda says, top 5 books you'd recommend young fighters read. There's some coaches out there that are like, I don't believe in sports psychology. It's a bunch of bullshit. I'm like,
is that the main reason that you think people need to read that?
No, I think, dude, self-development books, especially when you're an athlete and you're trying to be the best fucking athlete you can be.
Well, look what's happened to you. I mean, it's been a profound change, and you attribute all that to reading books, right?
Yeah. Well, even a lot of Suge, dude, when like we were talking about on the pod, when he was 18 years old and I'm 22 years old, every day, 30, 40 minutes before practice, we'd go to the coffee shop, get an espresso, and read books.
Good for you guys, man.
And then underline things that stick out and then show each other. But that was that way for years of doing that.
I didn't know that.
And at a young age, when your brain's not even developed and you're taking in that kind of info.
That's a good point. Yeah, your front temporal lobe is not fully developed till you're 27, I believe, being a man, right?
Something like that. But top 5 books, it just depends where you're at in your life.
2. What's 2 books?
The Almanac of Naval Ravikant, good one. Tools of Titans, Tim Ferriss. Tribe of Mentors, Tim Ferriss. The Striking Thoughts by Bruce Lee. Mind Gym. It talks about a lot of. I tell my jiu-jitsu athletes the same thing. What to do with these thoughts. A fear is going to go into your mind. All the bad shit that could happen is going to go into your mind, but how do you counter it, and how do you sway it the other way?
Different, man. Everyone's different.
But a lot of these books, they talk about these things.
They show different ways, or they just real concrete one way to do something?
Tons of different ways.
Well, that one book that I bought, was The Art of War?
I
thought that was the book you were saying.
I was talking about The War of Art, another really good one.
It doesn't look the same?
It doesn't look the same. The War of Art is a small white book by Stephen Pressfield. It talks about amateurs and pros and the different things.
Really? Because I showed you weren't talking about the book I sent you?
No. That book, that's probably the last book you should be reading.
Yeah, it's fucking half of it's Mandarin, I believe. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, and you're going through that. You probably went through maybe 2 sentences.
I kicked it across the room. Because just like when I read The Secret, I thought it was going to hit me like, oh.
The Secret?
Yeah. Oh, I've been manifesting.
Dude, a lot of people watch that show and done some great things.
Because when I this is like back in 2006, I'm like, because I really struggled mentally. And because my manager at the time, his name was Robert Rovetta, he was like, it's going to change your fucking life, Joe. I'm like, fuck, what? And then I sat down, I thought like, fucking stuff was gonna come out the screen, fucking knock me down. I'm like, fuck this thing.
Yeah. 6 minutes in, you're looking porn on your phone.
Yeah, no, there was no porn then, but but I didn't quite grasp it then.
Yeah. All right, Chip here, struggling with
Chip.
Yeah, Chip. Used to be my neighbor's name, Chipper, and his son beat the tar out of me in front of my dad, in front of my family.
How old were you, Tim?
I had to been probably a good 5th, 6th grade, and he was, I think, 7th and 8th, put the boxing gloves on me, and he just dropped me over and over, and I was like, thought about crying, and my dad's just watching. I'm like,
oh no.
Drops me again.
Did that have an effect on you? It probably still sits in your craw, doesn't it?
That had to help you, right? Like your martial arts.
No.
Just getting your ass beat. I imagine it has to, right?
Dude, when I was younger, I got beat up a good handful.
Because you were red?
I was a redskin.
You call it redheaded. I love that. Yeah, I was redheaded.
Well, it was an all Native American school, and I'm just this pale ginger going to all Native. It's called Longfellow. The school was called Longfellow.
I love that name. That's nice.
Mm-hmm. I got fucking tuned up.
God, but you know what, man? Honestly, I mean, it makes you the man you are. It does. I mean, it's because being picked on is it sucks. You know? Was there a certain Native you had to go rap on his beak?
Oh yeah, I'd try to throw down, but I'd usually be in mount, just dink.
Because they're fucking big. They develop fast.
Mm-hmm.
You know, fucking. I've had my tangle with some Hopis in my day. This is one guy I wrestled with the other guy at Hopi. He had another guy that his titty fell out of the singlet into my mouth when I run the half. But he had a long fucking chin, came to a point, and he fucking would drive that in my neck. Always. He was a dirty fucking Indian. I mean, he was a dirty wrestler, but he was a fucking bad Indian. He wasn't a good Indian.
Yeah, there's some. I mean, most of all the Indians, I love them. I get along with them. My sense of humor is the same as a lot of them.
That's that. Is it really?
Yeah,
I get along with Natives. I do. They're funny as fuck. They really are. Yeah. I haven't met a Native that wasn't funny, to be honest with you.
Okay, Chip here. Struggling with finding routine and a purpose with my life, and
of course
I'm
you are,
Chip. Currently, not taking any risks, not failing. I mean, you just answered it yourself.
Seriously,
Chip. You really did.
Put your dick away, Chip.
Chip, go in the gym, fucking hit some bench presses, maybe go on a run, get working out a little bit. Quit feeling sorry for yourself, bud.
Chip,
because there's a lot worse times in life that you could be alive.
So is he saying he's having trouble pulling the trigger?
No, I think some of their lives get too easy. And if your life is
thing that's happening in his life,
that's a lot of what it is. It's too easy, and then randomly you're like, I'm just so anxious. Hit
everyone's
the
against me. Yeah, fucking
hit the bong.
Yeah, Chip ain't got it.
No, Chip, you can tighten it up. You can switch that around real quick, Chip, and you're gonna do it.
You think Chip's a victim?
Chip very well could be a victim, but he's gonna change it around.
Because there's a lot you can obviously change that. It's the fucking worst thing to be a victim.
Yeah, you just got to get started though, brother.
Chip.
Good night's sleep, drink some good water, start eating more protein, and get some workouts in your life, brother. Okay?
What's been the number one thing that's helped you through this this chaotic period of getting this gym set up? Like what would you attribute the number one thing?
Just trying to not let my emotions get up and then down, and then up and then down, and then just like stressed out, like, fuck, is this going to work? Or then down, and then just trying to keep them stable. Whatever happens is going to happen. I might as well just focus on what I can control.
That's a humdinger right there. You got to focus on only things you can fix. That's it.
Yeah.
That's an art in its own though, to be able to do that. It seems like you weren't losing it at all. I was watching you carefully because that's a lot of stress on you.
I remember your the last gym you opened up, the fucking sprinkler exploding, and I remember just seeing you just. I could tell you were stressed, but you kept it completely composed. Even though everything was just falling apart.
They see me behind the corner, just 1-2 the wall. Chuck Liddell in it.
Because I watched online. You were doing like so here. You just look like you were fucking had it. You know, it's because that's a lot of shit to take like that. And you just moved. That was the first time you moved right there.
Yeah, no, it was the gym across the street. We were moving the boxing ring, and I'm like, there's all the mats down, everything's looking good. And then we dinked a sprinkler, and it flooded.
Anybody you could blame? It's on you.
No, that's the thing. No matter what,
it's on you.
You have to blame yourself, even if someone else did it.
Yeah, because it's your deal.
You're the one who let him in there.
Yeah, that's when you go behind the corner and 1-2.
But dude, 10,000 pounds of water, and I'm looking at this place just flooding.
Dude, what do you do? Did you panic?
No, I just was like, I don't know what to do besides call 911.
You didn't buck at all?
No.
Oh my God.
I called 911 and I said, this is not an emergency, but my joint is flooding.
Oh, they didn't give you any advice?
No, they came by. They came by and they unhooked this thing and they ended up turning the water off.
They could have told you to go turn the fucking breaker off.
It was about 10, 15, 20 minutes of those sprinklers full bore.
Was it? How many spigots would have of full water would it if it was the bathroom sink?
It was 10,000 pounds of water.
I can't. That doesn't make sense. I don't know what the fuck that is.
I don't know either. But then the next morning, the neighbor sent me videos of it leaking into his property. So I got to pay for that. And then the one next to me, it's leaking into their walls.
Fuck, dude. Of course. And everyone's got their fucking hand out. Mm-hmm. Oh, it'd be hard not to buck. It would.
Yeah.
Good for you. And what'd you learn from that?
The thing is, if bucking helped,
we'd all be bucking.
Fucking A's.
But bucking feels good.
It just doesn't.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't even feel good, especially it gets you started being ashamed of yourself. Because when you're throwing a fit, oh God. Because you just got to control your emotions. That's it.
You're one of those guys. I've never been one of those guys where I rage enough to punch a wall.
Oh, who has?
I've seen you.
There's no point in lying, Tim.
I've seen you do it.
I've been known to clip things. I told you I knocked myself out as a kid. My dad, go ahead and do your worst. Fucking it doesn't feel good when you're done. Yeah, it's bad. Fucking horrible.
All right.
You enjoy that one, Tim? Is this your temperament? You've never been like that?
I used to be a fucking little spazzy freak.
At what point did you, since I've known you've never been like that?
Yeah.
I've never seen you buck out.
You've seen me emotional at
but not like
sparring and getting concussed, being like
that's involuntary.
Pissed.
You can't help it.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I think maybe all the surgeries and then the job, having my face wired shut, I always can relate back to that.
Was it a dark time?
It just was. I couldn't talk. I just blasting headaches, and I can only get juice through my mouth. I can't nasal breathe that great anyway, but that's pretty much your only choice. Yeah, you feel claustrophobic every day, all day.
I worried about throwing up. I was worried about throwing up. I couldn't clip them out fast enough. I was worried about because you die if you choke to death. You know?
Couldn't clip them out.
I mean, that's what they said to do. I guess when you start to get nauseous, like your mouth of water. I just didn't rip my teeth out. If you're throwing up, you just.
That's what it feels like. It feels like if you open your mouth, all the teeth will come out, just like. And then the weird thing is you lose all feeling in your teeth, and then all the muscles in your face atrophy. Yeah. The day I got it out, I was like, yes, this is gonna be great. I'm gonna be eating so much, and I couldn't even chew a banana. I'm like. Yeah, having to use my hand to like.
How long were you in rehab for?
Rehab. They didn't really give me any rehab.
Really? How long did it take you for your malfunction to come back?
You just slowly kind of work on it.
You're just fucking. I was a wreck.
I flat broke.
Oh yeah, that's a hard thing too.
The bills are coming in. I'm like, good God.
Did you have insurance?
What am I doing? Nope. The bills from old Montana were coming in, and I'm like, oh, good.
God, you fucking cut and run? Nothing.
I would have got it if I would have went straight to the ER and they handled it.
I thought you have the native insurance.
Dude, that's a whole. You don't want to go to the native doctor for something like that.
Something's happened with that? Is it horrible? I didn't know it was that bad.
That's the reason that thing broke in the first place, because I went to get my wisdom tooth out and they pulled the teeth in front of my wisdom teeth. So now I have gaps on both sides, and that's right where the jaw broke.
Of course, that weakens. They pulled the wrong fucking tooth.
Pulled the wrong tooth.
Was anybody held accountable?
Nope.
Oh, it sounds good.
Yep, I just got in the van. They come around. You can book it to where they pick you up, and it was just
the real experience.
Just minivan. It was just a bunch of full bred natives.
How old were you?
Who was this?
Was this when you got before you got your jaw surgery?
Yeah, I was 20 years old probably.
God, that's because a lot of natives I noticed they don't get their dental workers get their teeth yanked out, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
just go yank them. That's what it is.
Until they have empty lots. God, that's terrible.
We got Dylan here. What was it like training with Izzy, and how sweet is it seeing Sean more healthy and more focused this go round? training with Izzy was cool. Just having him in front of me.
I could tell you like it impressed you.
And just him on the wall, just like having him throw the combo he threw that knocked out Pereira. And it was just like cool because we've watched so much of the dude.
For sure. Absolutely.
It is sweet. It makes me feel good, Suge, being able to grapple right now. Hard. Wrestle hard and go through an hour and a half practices of actually grappling. It makes me feel way better.
There's no remnants of it. He's doing well with his hip. Mm-hmm. Obviously, I keep forgetting it's been that long, but
yeah.
Because he's doing a lot of things different for this camp, huh?
When it comes to recovering, I mean, there's probably no one who does it better than him.
Really? What does he do that's different?
He's got all the machines that most people can't afford, that stuff.
What has he spent on recovery machines? Ballpark.
Shit, $180,000.
And it's all well spent?
Yeah, we have a lot of smart people. And then he sleeps real good. And then
he makes that a priority?
Yep, and he's dialed in on the nutrition and then the hydration too. So, Brendan Scarberry here. Did you like the design of the shirts I sent you and the fellas last week? Would you be down to receive more? Brendan, I don't know if I've seen
what shirts?
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering. I'm wondering if I've seen them yet, but I appreciate that.
You're wearing it right now. That shirt he's getting wearing.
This guy's named Riggin.
Oh, okay. That's a pop name.
In.
Oh, it's like a
RGG RIGG.
Like Reagan?
No, RIGGIN. Kind of cool. Tim, I train jits and MMA. I juggle fire. I ride a unicycle.
He said enough.
I play sports. I sing and play guitar. I'm good at just about everything but making money. That I feel I have the talent to make. Any tips on something that might help me out? Help me put a jump start to it? Dude, anymore, you see these guys blow up on YouTube, on Twitch, and there's no easy path to it. That's just the thing to it. You can make money, but you're not going to make money in the first 6 months, in the first year, in the first 2 years, in the first 3 years. Find something you really enjoy and start streaming it. Start streaming it and start building a community of people, and it's just going to take years, and you got to be vulnerable enough to upload your stuff and to go live.
Is that hard to do that? Was that hard for you? I can imagine. If you do, I mean, you're putting that stuff out there. And I mean, if it's not perceived well, it probably hurts your feelings. That would hurt my feelings. Like, honestly, you're putting things out there and people, the comments, if I read that shit, I'd hang myself.
Would you?
Oh, God, I couldn't imagine that. I mean,
But then you never think about who it's coming from?
No, I mean, who knows, but I just would never read something like that. But you never know. I mean, comments, I mean, I could imagine they'd mostly be bad because if you don't take the time to do that, it'd be fucking a bad comment, you know?
On the internet, anything you're insecure about and it's in the back of your mind, it's going to be called out. Full blast on there.
Oh, fuck. Give me a for instance. Something like that's happened with you?
Oh, I mean.
Come on. That's got to be a good one. I would love to have a story like that with me. It'd be great. Just the one thing. Please don't point my nipple out.
Yeah. I mean, anything. But that's it, Reagan. Just get going on it, dude. There's not an easier time if you're a skilled person at those kind of things.
Yeah, there's a reason why it's not easy, man. It's and the struggle going through that makes it all the worthwhile when you get there, you know?
It really does. And even with this gym, if I would have got this gym, the first gym I taught jiu-jitsu at as a brown belt, this guy.
How long ago?
This was probably 7 years ago now. 7 years ago now. This guy got this huge loan out, got this huge warehouse space as big as this, right on Bell Road, like this beautiful place. He tried to go just so huge off the rip. And then I was telling him, I'm like, dude, the jiu-jitsu program, it takes time to build. He's like, no, we need it. We need it now and blah, blah, blah. And then a couple weeks later.
Yeah, unrealistic expectations. Was that your job to bring that stuff in?
Well, it was a weird split. It was like 60% to me, 40% to them.
Oh, fuck. That'd be a weird, uncomfortable thing.
Yeah, and then there's like, you need to promote it. I'm like, dude,
you weren't the name you had now. I mean, that's got to be a hard thing.
And then they just cut it after a couple months. I'm like, all right.
Oh, really?
But that caused me to go into that mechanic shop, that $900 square foot dump of a place. But back then I thought it was cool as hell. I'm like, damn, I got my own place to train.
If that one before didn't happen, you wouldn't went in there?
No, probably not.
That's crazy.
I'd probably be making decent money there. But then started the mechanic shop, absolute dump. There's a video
Where
on my
was it at?
YouTube, 83rd and Grand.
Oh God.
Yeah. And I was proud of it at the time.
Fuck yeah, we
Super
should
proud
be,
of
yeah.
the time. 15, 20 members, moved up to 2,000 square foot place. Ended up getting like 60, 70 members, moved over to this place and just slowly built it over the 6 years.
That's the way you're supposed to do it, man.
It just makes it way worth it. Just takes time.
Is it, doing this, making the step, was it hard? Were you nervous? Well, it's got to be scary.
Yeah. Dude, signing the contract for that is like, whew.
You've had quite a bit of that recently, huh?
But there's opportunities too to be like, hey, you can bring this investor on, but then he's going to start helping you make decisions. You get a big fat chunk of money up front, kind of take some stress off, but then they're going to be wanting that money. No, not one.
Fuck yeah, that's the difference, man. Fuck yeah. Could you imagine that? Some guy come and tell you what to do with your fucking gym?
Yeah, or I want to make a decision, but I got to run it through this guy.
Yeah.
He's
Some guy that has no idea what the fuck he's talking about. Yeah, that's...
But not saying that's the wrong way to do it. Other people have success doing that.
It's the only
too.
option for some people, you know?
But when you come into a gym that they're looking for money and numbers, you can feel the difference compared to the coaches that love to teach, love to be there.
I've never been in a gym that feels like it's so lighthearted as this gym. I mean, it's very, very, it's light when you come in. You can feel the difference of a gym like that for sure.
Fuck, I want to keep it like that for sure. Eric says, what kind of cardio sprinting intervals would you recommend for a professional athlete? I play tennis, but the cardio seems to translate well to MMA.
We say that again.
He said, what kind of cardio sprinting intervals would you recommend for a professional athlete? I mean, there's professional athletes that do Ironman that run 500 miles. There's professional athletes that run 100-meter sprints.
What's his point? What's he want to do?
Yeah, exactly. That's what do you want to do? And you know what? ChatGPT.
Tim, you're riding this motherfucker. Tim, I call Tim for anything. It's I don't know. Ask ChatGPT. You passed the buck on this. That's bringing that much good information to you,
dude.
Really? Oh
it's
God,
wild.
Dude, really?
It's crazy. Like Frank, he's like, I'm training for this mini triathlon, and I'm just like kind of winging it. And I said, I put into ChatGPT, make me a mini triathlon program, 6 weeks for a guy who's already strong, in shape, and does jujitsu already. Boom, 6-week program. Copied,
good.
It's really good. Sent it over to Frank, and it's like,
dude, that's fucking, dude. Everyone's gonna be obsolete, dude. Fucking, that can do anybody's job. That's fucking crazy.
Yeah, and dude, for like the business, if I take my logo, say what I want to say on it, put it in there, it'll make a flyer. Boom, in seconds. You got a perfect, beautiful flyer.
You know how many businesses that put out a fucking business? That's crazy.
Yeah,
there's a lot of people that just market to that.
Or I took like the Soul Fighter sign and then the Red Hawk Academy bird, and I said, hey, can you make me a logo? Seconds, make it the sickest, coolest logo.
But okay, so it was that good?
Yeah.
Dude, okay, so it makes a fucking beautiful song. You know, it just takes the significance of that stuff. You know, it's crazy. You can just, I mean, obviously it's for comfort, but makes things too easy. You like fucking arid water? You like that stuff? It tastes like
no, I don't.
Dirt.
It is dirt.
Yeah. Okay. Good.
I just had it laying around. God damn it. Okay. Ginger here.
What the fuck is...
That's his name.
Nice.
Most embarrassing story for each of you on the pod. Most just...
I'm sure I've said it.
Embarrassed you've been. Most embarrassed I've been is just junior year.
The dick falling out.
Junior year, it's like I'm the coach of the powder puff game. It's all the hottest girls. Hottest girls are playing football, and then they all are kneeled in front of me. Probably 20 of the girls. All
feeling good?
The sexiest girls in my class. I'm fucking.
I can see it.
I got a good tank top on, so my arms are showing.
Flared.
Tits are hidden.
Oh yes.
And I'm flared up, and I'm about to give him a little motivational speech. My buddy Ty comes and de-pantses me.
Oh yeah.
Full red bush. And the girls all just like look away and they all scream and I
laugh
and I fall to my side and just,
you fall dick fit height.
No, I fall to my side and I'm just trying to pull my shorts up, just like I'm just beat red.
Oh God!
And I want to knock this kid out.
Who is this guy?
My buddy Ty Vincent, wrestler.
Did you pound on his tits?
I wanted to, but back then he'd beat my ass.
He would have taken a vicious beating for that one. God. That's one of the best stories I've heard. I've heard that many times. It gets better.
And it's not like, okay, you're running around, it's cold. It's like you're shriveled up, but you're not loosened up, little half stop,
sure,
looking like a beast.
Every time, I mean, only a small select few guys, you know, that weigh-ins are they looking like that. You know, when I fought Kendall Grove, he made me cut like a quarter pound. I was all angry about it. So we go to weigh-ins. I had to get on the scale naked, so I fucking do stare at my fucking dick and fucking like I was getting hammered on my fuck, but I was trying to do it for shock factor, but just embarrass myself. It's fucking horrible.
Well, especially when I get the pants right there. It's junior year, so you're already insecure, and it's just a 70s bread.
You wilted, didn't you?
Oh, I melted into the ground. I was like, fuck. That just fucked my whole life.
The noise? Oh,
that
God.
fucked my whole life.
How long did it take you to get some puss after that?
Not long, surprisingly.
And
it was girls that were in the crowd.
Really?
They
wanted to help that root, didn't
they? Maybe.
God. So when was the story when you were in the bathtub?
Oh, that was
compared to that.
That was senior year.
So it was after this.
A year later.
Wow. So your pussy days were ahead of you from then, huh?
They weren't bad. And if you take a peek at me in some old pictures, you'll be like, how in God's name?
You look like an awkward redhead. Oh God.
Fuck.
Well, some people just don't fucking come into their own until Rich Franklin was like that. When Rich Frank graduated high school, he was 5'8", 115 pounds.
Oh, really?
Yeah, just real gangly, and when he graduated too. So yeah, you're one of those guys,
And dude, if you can make the girls laugh, anything there, I just swear there's nothing else that'll get the puss wet.
Dude, when I was in high school, I was big old fat butterball, and I was poor as fuck, but fucking I was always going to
a goofball.
Oh, I'm charismatic. I was the lady. I made him laugh, and just confidence, and fucking Cactus was a rich school. Fucking homecoming king, being all that stuff, being a fat guy with fucking no socks on.
I'd love to see a side by side when you were a heavyweight with Steve Mocco. You know him?
I wrestled Steve Mocco. Yeah.
Imagine those side by sides. You guys probably looked very similar.
No, I had better genetics than he did.
Did you?
Yeah, he just looked soft,
Yeah.
You know his foot sweep he gets everybody with?
Yep.
Like when in Fargo, I'm like, there's no fucking way. Oh, fucking just
tipped you?
Yeah, like he's fucking good. Real good.
Yeah, he's a badass. There's a documentary out on Flow Wrestling about him. It's really good.
That's cool.
Maverick Miller here. Ballpark us what a gym like your new one costs to run and stay open with the lights on every month. Fuck.
Don't expose yourself now.
How would that expose me?
I don't know. I'm what you. I overshare everything.
Probably 27,000, 28,000 a month.
Compared to.
I mean, over there?
Yeah.
Shit, it wasn't that much for price. 23.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh fuck. You're sitting pretty then, man. Damn.
I mean, it's fuck though, but
it's a lot of money.
I mean, especially I never came from money. It wasn't long ago.
You have a good relationship with money, it seems like, because everybody has a different relationship with money. That's true. It doesn't matter if you have money. If you ever had money, then you develop a relationship, and it seems like you don't let it lead, like pull you around, you don't live for money. It doesn't seem like.
Just be so hungry for it. Yeah. Yeah. Fuck. Well, because it's like, dude. Some of my happiest times, wasn't any more happy than I am now. You still got a fridge, right. You still got a couch, you still got a bed. It's just like things don't change that
what
much.
Makes you happy?
What makes me happy?
Yeah.
My animals, my friends, my relationship with
things
Mariah.
Don't cost anything. You know? That's. But you have to know a lot about yourself to get there. Mm-hmm. When I was a kid, I would look at anything material and be like, I want that, and because I didn't have anything, I didn't have a bed until I was a grown man.
What'd you sleep in?
I just it was it was a rug like this, folded up, and I just fucking laid in bed.
Just tipped that.
I had a pillowcase stuffed with fucking dirty socks. It was a great time to be alive. Yeah, but honestly, I wouldn't change growing up poor for anything. It honestly made me who I am for sure.
Yeah. Paddy versus Ilia. Winner faces Islam. I was just listening to the Ilia pod.
God, I feel bad for Chandler.
This morning, and Ilia said, I'm not fighting a number one contender. I'm not doing it. I'm fighting for the belt. And he kind of bounced around saying if he vacated his featherweight belt, that the UFC would promise him a lightweight title shot. And he kind of said they did.
Didn't they say no?
No.
They didn't?
Islam's waiting for the winner of Belal, Jack Maddalena. Whoever wins that fight, if Jack wins, Islam will want to move up. But dude, because Islam is 5'11", and rumor has it he walks around 201 pounds. I'm like, those weight cuts are hard on that guy.
Fuck yeah, that's definitely shortening his life. For sure. I mean, even if you do it perfectly, it's just taken from you for sure.
But dude, Paddy in the mix now.
That's crazy.
It is crazy. Like
wrong again.
You thought Chandler was going to?
Oh yeah. I didn't see it. I didn't fucking.
I mean, you can't be blamed for seeing that. You don't know how much someone's improving.
What? But still, I mean, this Chandler just wasn't getting off. What do you think?
He was getting off. He just.
I haven't seen the fight. I saw a little bit at the end of it, but it was just a beating, right?
It was a beating.
So he was getting off though. He was
trying to get him, and you could hear him in the corner say, "I can't reach him." Paddy Pimblett was just floating out of range perfectly, and then he hurt his calf pretty bad in that first round. Chandler was trying to hit him with big shots, and they were just all missing.
It's all about distance, man. Tell you that space between is so important.
And then Chandler's everything's getting pretty hectic. Paddy Pimblett hits a nice single leg, runs the fight.
That was crazy.
Goes to his back, traps his arm, hits a good mat return, and then hits a jiu-jitsu, like a back take. And if a good jiu-jitsu black belt takes you down and gets you on the mat, or your back full mount, most of the time you're gonna need jiu-jitsu to escape. And your explosive wrestling sometimes won't get you away.
No, that's there if you need to get that. But yeah, you can't. You have to. I mean, does he not train jiu-jitsu? What's his?
I'm sure he does, but I'm sure like being athletic as explosive as he does, it's like how much time does he spend developing a good half guard, or developing a good guard, or developing a good butterfly guard, or how many times does he rep good mount escapes from mount in simple positions to where if you get stuck in with a jiu-jitsu black belt, you're not getting out.
Yeah, I mean, I probably would say none. He doesn't do it at all.
Yeah, I'm sure he does. I mean, he trains with Gilbert Burns and Killcliff, and there's a lot of good jiu-jitsu there, but jiu-jitsu classes.
Yeah. Because he obviously needs that. I mean, I don't know. I mean, some guys have a hard time taking constructive criticism from guys that, if obviously they consider themselves, even if they're around a black belt and they're not a black belt, they think of themselves above them, so they don't like taking any kind of criticism like that. And watching Chandler cut weight, because I was watching him cut weight, watching things he was doing. He was just cutting like a wrestler. He was just like he was just cutting weight, trying to shake it off of wrestling. I had never seen anybody for 3 hours. He didn't stop moving. Like he didn't cover himself up. He just was nonstop fucking moving. That's hard on your body.
Well, it's probably hard too. It's like it probably depends what level of a wrestler are you. Are you an Olympic champion where literally probably no one is gonna? I mean, MMA anybody can get taken down.
Yeah, oh, for sure, yeah. But is that what you're talking about?
But like Habib and Islam, but even still, if you're that good of a wrestler and you're learning your guard, you figure out what makes you uncomfortable too. So you're still getting something out of it, even though if you're not going to be using that exact thing.
Because you were a wrestler when you started jiu-jitsu, right?
Yeah.
So, because remember that guy Homer Moore I fought? Okay, so that was my first loss. He beat the fuck out of me. I knew no jiu-jitsu. I was a wrestler and boxer, and he took me down. My legs were straight as an arrow. And
he's a jiu-jitsu guy.
Yeah, no, he was I think he was a bronze medalist in the Olympics wrestler, and then he had already fought in the UFC at that time. I fought him when I was 17. He had already fought in the UFC, I think I got 30 stitches in my face and head. He just for 3 rounds just elbowing the fuck out of me. But anyways, so after that I knew no jiu-jitsu, so I just put myself in that uncomfortable place over and over and over until I started to get better. And I would listen to anybody. You could learn from a white belt if you're just open to it,
Yeah. And I'm just so lucky that I had Taquinho come into my life and really help me teach jiu-jitsu and really talk to me about try to understand these positions. Don't just try to learn little moves here. Just try to understand them a little bit.
He's a genius, huh?
He is. When it comes to grappling, he is, dude.
He's a good dude, man.
So Paddy, damn, what could be next for Paddy? Ilia says he thinks Paddy kills Justin Gaethje.
You know what? I don't even fucking know. I don't even know. I mean, anybody can be anybody at that level, but fuck. You think it's like that now?
I don't think kill him, dude. Justin Gaethje is so fucking solid. He is a good when you get in on his legs or you get in on a good shot, you see videos out him front flipping out, creating all these crazy scrambles.
Fuck yeah. Justin's
But again, 5-round fight, 2, 3, 4 rounds into the match, and Paddy does score a takedown. Now he's got maybe Justin Gaethje on his back in half guard or in his full guard. What happens?
That's very plausible too. That could very well easily happen. And Justin forgets he fucking wrestled. I mean, he really does. I mean, his takedown. I didn't
point that thing up at you.
This way.
Yeah.
I mean, when he doesn't. I mean, I don't know if he trains wrestling, but fucking he doesn't. He doesn't fight like he knows how to wrestle.
He definitely trains it. I watched some of his vlogs and stuff. But you could see why Ilia thinks that a little bit. Plus, Justin Gaethje's 36 or 37. Paddy Pimblett's 30 years old.
Is that old now?
But again, you can't count Justin Gaethje out. He could knock Paddy the fuck out.
Yeah.
You never know.
Again, I would lean towards Justin in that fight. I mean,
if someone gave you 10 G's to bet.
Yeah, for sure. I would go for Justin. But as you've seen, I'm usually wrong. I'm fucking like, I thought Justin was gonna take fucking what fight was that?
Do we bet with our fucking hearts or what?
Of course, fuck yeah. We've been fighting our whole lives. That's exactly what we do.
Yeah.
That's most fighters can't bet because that's exactly. I find myself betting on the old birds. You know, that's what we do.
Yeah. So I mean, that's the only really choice. So I guess they're gonna wait. Whatever happens when this Belal Jack fight, Islam will probably move up.
Who you got in that?
I don't know. Probably Belal.
God, he's just overlooked with stuff.
Fuck yeah, he's just very, very skilled. Good with.
I know that, but is he overlooked? Is he? Did people give him the credit he deserves?
No,
I know
for sure. No.
Yeah, why is that?
I don't know.
His
I don't
style?
fucking really know. I enjoy his.
So
skills.
I do as well. I don't understand. I mean, people give anybody shit for anything. You know what I mean?
Another thing Joe Rogan was talking about, and I would love to talk to him about it too, is he says they shouldn't do stand-ups. They shouldn't do any fucking stand-ups.
Make it more real, for sure.
But at the end of the round, if you're on ground and mount, you start the second round on the ground and mount.
Joe's a purist, man. He wants it as real as it gets. You know what I mean?
But then 3 months down the road, there's no one viewing it because it's these really, really good wrestlers will come in here and they'll pin you. They'll pin you for 15 minutes. They won't damage you.
Yep.
And he even thinks like the stand-up should go away. It's like, so they'll pin you in side control and you ain't moving, so people don't want to see a guy pinned for 15 minutes.
And how does he like stomps on the ground? I mean, he wants it like as real as it can be, right? Like very little rules.
I don't remember hearing him say about stomps on the ground
or
front headlock. Front headlock where you can knee him to the dome.
I think he does want all this legal. I think I go ahead and check. I'm probably wrong.
That's what it is, though. He's kind of a purist, but I'm like, the sport would go downhill.
It would,
so
it would not
quick.
last. I mean, how many rules were put into play for more entertainment? You know, it's just it's entertainment. You can't if you just maybe fucking the purists, like very few people would still watch it, but not a lot.
But then again, if you get a wrestler on top of you and he's pinning you, and then you throw up a triangle, have him threatened for a little bit, he gets out. And he still's pinning you. He's on top. He's not damaging you. Then you omoplot him. He gets out, and then he's still pinning you. Who's winning the fight?
Seriously, for sure.
Who's winning the fight?
There's a lot of wrestlers that don't have the fucking nuts to fight, and if the rules were like that, it would come in and fight. You know?
Yeah.
They could just sit there and suck tits on the ground.
Yeah. Give me some solid do's and don'ts when self-training on a heavy bag for the first time with zero professional training prior. These hands feel weak and slow.
You don't. He's had no training. He
said professional training, so he's just pecking around on the bag. What are some little tips for him here?
Just work on his distance, work on his range, pop that jab out, stay at the end of his punches, work those ones and twos if he doesn't know that much. You know, just stay at the end of his shots.
It's hard on the bag because the bag's not punching back. And the bag's not reminding you, bring your hands back to your face. But if you can stay disciplined and focused.
You can find your rhythm on a bag. You know what I'm saying? You can move to doubling bags and speed bags. And you can find your rhythm on the bag. I suggest he starts a shadow box before he even touch that bag. I mean, I don't know if he's been training for a while, but.
Point that mic towards you a little bit.
I don't know if he's been training for a while, but professional, how did he describe the training?
He has zero professional training. He just goes and pecks at it.
Yeah.
You can watch videos, YouTube videos. There's tons.
A lot of guys have done a lot of things with videos.
Mm-hmm. You still been trying for a kid, or have you accepted it ain't gonna happen?
Oh,
we are.
Hold on, what?
You accepted it ain't gonna happen.
What there was a little bit of fat. That was like
34 years old, got the old sperm test back, and she's strong. So
really?
Now it's up to. We got to just go.
It's up to 3.
But dude, I've heard from some of my friends that they've tried for 2 years, and then this one girl I was just talking to, she's like, we tried for two years, and then I got on this certain kind of Mucinex after having sex, and then the baby took.
Who was this?
A friend.
And then also the mailman was sneaking in. It could be a different change of sperm. You never know.
Big Jamal sneaking for a
fucking plugging the old puss. Oh. God, that would send me through it. Oh God! But it's like where was your sperm count before? Where it is now? Is it that much better?
Yeah, because I got on all these different. Dan Garner put me on a protocol with all these pills and all these different things, and now it's fucking.
You felt defeated after that one test, didn't you?
I was like, what?
Look in the mirror. You're not even a man.
Not even a fucking man.
You and Ray get in a fight. You can't even give me oh God.
That might cause me to buck out.
Oh God.
Or not. I don't fucking know.
Fuck you. Oh, I'd hurt.
Not looking past Merab, but after Suga wins, do you want to see Suga yawn too? Shit, that might be the one.
Is it?
Didn't Jan get booked for a fight, Garrett? Did he?
That's what I've been saying. It looks like it's just booked. He has a fight booked, but it's not set with anybody specifically yet.
Shit, I'm wondering who it is.
Dude,
Corey Sandhagen's booked with Davison Figueiredo.
Is he?
So
that has a lot to do with it. Who's got nothing coming up and who does, you know? It's when up in Miami, there was so many people with fucking Sean stuff.
Really?
So many people, and then people that would, and I feel people knew me from the podcast.
Really?
It's crazy, yeah. Almost cool. more than others, yeah. And then and it was really cool. And then this like a lot of people that were asking me for stuff had Sean shirts on, and so they just saw me from the shit that you guys did.
That's fire.
Yeah, a lot of like 4 or 5 people didn't even know that I had fought before. I swear, I like that. It was cool.
Yeah.
You guys. I mean, the different fucking bases you guys touch is fucking crazy. These guys are wiry gimps, you know, and they were into it.
Yeah, the reach.
They just weren't your typical fight fans. Like they were all about it. And then it drags out some fucking some weed, and they just start fucking those dab things. Like it was.
Did you ever hit one with anybody?
I didn't. Yeah, I did, but fucking I didn't inhale. I just didn't want to. I don't know why. I've been roofied before. I got out when I was taking drinks from people I didn't know. I don't do it.
And you were for sure roofied?
Yeah, it went flat on my fucking back. I don't know if they were trying to give it to me or Lisa, but it was at like it was at Tailgaters. Like it was like Deer Valley and Lake Pleasant, and I had like one half a drink, and next thing I know, I'm on my back, and my legs kicking.
Are you serious?
Yeah, it was horrible, and it was. I went to the hospital and they tested my blood. It roofied me.
That's crazy.
I don't know if they were trying to just make a fool out of me or try to blow my back. I don't know what they were trying to do.
Yeah, I mean, it probably was for Lisa.
Oh, that's what's worried. I've thought about that a lot.
What was the most unique thing about training with Izzy? Did he do anything different that maybe you would consider implementing on your guys? I learned a lot from the way they run their training on the podcast we had with him. But dude, that guy, multiple time world champion, multi-millionaire, 8 million some subs on Instagram. And he just comes in the most open-minded, wanting to learn.
Has he always been like that? Or was he on a different kick right now? I've never met the guy.
Shit, I don't know.
Because he was just very, very, very inviting, a nice guy, and it was cool.
Yeah, so just
big as fuck too. He's a big dude.
Yeah, and fighting. I think he was saying with kickboxing, all his amateur fights, he has over 100 fights. So another one of those guys, like you have that many fights and you're still hungry to learn.
That's crazy.
Pretty cool. Can you explain what a fighter feels like the day after a fight? Win or lose, how the body feels, how to recover?
Best way if you've ever had a flu, I mean, how your body feels after a flu. I mean, you're just beaten up.
Just achy as
I do. I mean,
fuck.
But it just depends. I mean, I've never had a fight where I didn't have remnants of the fight. You know, I wasn't wearing it somehow. You know, even if I beat the fuck out of a guy, my hands hurt, something hurts.
It's weird, even with like, for me, I don't know what the fuck. I'd feel like I went through a fucking train wreck, even if the fight wasn't that hard.
Yeah.
The next day, I don't know if it was the adrenaline that wears off or just like, I'm like, holy fuck. It usually hits him like not the day after the fight, the day after that. It usually hits him because he's been in 5-rounders, like hard fights.
And he wasn't really beat up after that?
Not too bad.
It's you know, it's your adrenaline after the fight. You're walking around, you're walking on injuries that you shouldn't be walking on. I always did that. I'd break my foot and walk around and just fuck it up worse because you don't feel things for maybe an hour after the fight, really. You know, I did anyways.
Especially like leg kicks.
Oh gosh, have you ever been stoved up from the leg kicks after a fight? I'm dragging that motherfucker.
And I literally only got hit with probably 3, and it just fucked me up for like days. I'm like, God, dude.
It's after you have one fight where you just get spread abroad like that. It was K1, just fucking got beating my leg off, and then the next day I'm.
Was he a southpaw?
Oh yeah, he was. Yeah,
Ouch.
And yeah, it was horrible. Yeah, but that's the way I learn. I won't learn unless I get fucking something like that happens. You know,
dude. And it's hard after those fights too because you just got done with the weight cut. You just got done with this fight. Your body's so inflamed, and the first thing you want to eat is some cookies and a cheeseburger. Oh, God. And you eat that cheeseburger and cookies, and then your
turns on you.
Your gut's like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
and then all that inflammation, you just feel inflamed. But if it's after a win,
Yeah.
You still have this relief and this glorious feeling, but if it's like the loss, you're just like
all for nothing. Fuck. God, yeah, sitting in the mirror. You fucking pussy. Oh, yeah.
Tag team matchup: you and Shane versus Merab and Dana.
What?
It's easy money. Come on. Magnus. Actually, besides favorite jiu-jitsu guard. I mean,
what?
Favorite jiu-jitsu guard? Maybe butterflies. Maybe some half guard action. Probably, I would think. You holding any crypto? I'm holding it strong, Pete. I'm holding it to the fucking end, brother. God damn it.
I'm holding it down. Fucking, you're holding on by a thread.
Yes. I'm not touching.
How's it going, by the way?
It's still pretty like.
Are you starting to get a bad outlook on it?
No, I'm not.
But it ain't like that one night, huh?
It's still holding strong. You see all the stock market because all the tariffs plummeting. Bitcoin's not plummeting that bad. Per coin, it's about 85,000 right now.
And at its highest, where was it?
At its highest was about it was 109,000.
That was that night we were at the comedy show when you were just riding high?
I'm just like, we're going shopping.
He about bought everyone's dinner at the whole place. Allow me. And you thought you were talking about being worth over $1 million?
A coin.
Oh God.
They still think that a lot.
Tim had his whole future planned out at this point.
I did too. I ain't fucking touching it. Principal,
how much money do you have into it?
Ask me in a couple months. I'm not touching it. No, I don't even want to talk about that. I don't want to talk about that.
Oh, yeah.
Dylan Morgan. What was it like having Izzy at practice? Talk about that a bit. Timbo, it's Bird Dog. How crucial do you think eating healthy is when it comes to training, competing? Danaher made claims that GSP practically lived off McDonald's when he was fighting, and Travis Stevens, 2016, and judo silver medalist, his diet was from 7-Eleven food. I don't believe GSP was living off.
No,
I think they were talking about.
I've been around George a lot. That's no way.
Especially follow him on Instagram. Follow George on Instagram. How he eats. He eats like an absolute pro. He eats like an absolute pro.
Oh,
dude, and how much science is there out that your gut affects your brain?
Is there a lot?
Big time. It's like science on it.
Like what?
What do you mean?
What science? What do you eat that fucks with your head?
Let's ask my little friend here.
Oh, we're going back to the well. That well never will run dry.
Does unhealthy food?
Oh shit! It fucking went down like a drunk. Down my neck. It just fucking had it.
How much does unhealthy food affect your brain? Unhealthy food can have a huge impact on your brain, especially over time. Here's how. Mood and mental health. Diets high in sugar, processed food are Diets high in sugar and processed food are linked to anxiety, depression, and big mood swings.
Likely story.
Junk food causes spikes and crashes in the blood. Sugar, which can mess with your mood and your energy. Focus and memory. Diets full of refined carbs, unhealthy fats, and added sugars can impair memory and learning. Inflammation from processed food can damage neurons and reduce brain plasticity. Unhealthy food hijacks the brain's reward system, flooding it with dopamine. Over time, this can lower your natural motivation and create addictive eating patterns, similar to a drug addiction. Cognitive decline. Long-term poor nutrition increases the risk of Alzheimer's and other cognitive disorders. Trans fat, high sugar diets are particularly harmful. Gut and brain connection. The gut microbiome plays a big role in brain health. Processed foods hurt good bacteria, affecting mood, memory, and clarity. So, I mean, that has it. There's just no way it doesn't.
Everything at the end of the day, it comes down to fucking Alzheimer's. Everything. That's the end of the road for everything.
I've seen Danaher.
God damn it!
I've seen Danaher and those guys say that before too. I'm like, God. I mean,
it's especially in our profession. You know, it's a fucking ugly fucking truth that you stared at. I'm always fucking rambling about it. Always. You know, I mean, if anybody can learn anything from that I went through and don't have to go through it, that's a good thing.
Yeah.
You know, and there's a lot. That's why I'm always squawking about people taking care of their sparring, because when they get older, those sparring partners, those coaches aren't going to be sitting there fucking helping them fucking get ready and, you know, do all, if they're, you know, having a hard time, you know?
Hard time memorizing shit.
Yeah, imagine having a great career and you can't remember a fucking thing about it. That'd be sad.
Yeah.
That'd be time to fucking end it. this local man just gives up.
When will the new facility be open? Right now, we're not accepting any new members until
You're
April
not?
25th. Nope. April 25th. That's when we're going to accept 50 new members, and we're going to lock it at that.
Did you do that?
Get it while it lasts.
You didn't. You put a cap on it back in the other gym.
Yeah.
So are you going to see how much you can handle with that without?
I just don't want to. I don't want a flood of people to where it's like I don't know.
Good for you.
I don't know anybody's name.
You don't want to affect the whole flow of the gym.
Yeah.
Good for you. Because honestly, man, like I said, man, ask everybody in here to go to different gyms around the city. It's different in here. Mm-hmm. And I mean, I'm sure nobody has a better perspective than me.
Shit. Do you ever hear from any of your teammates from Team Quest, JLP, Jim? No, I see him on Facebook though. I see what a lot of people are doing, and a lot of people went different routes in life.
Yeah, it's always interesting to see that.
Yeah. Hey, Red Hawk, how crazy was it to see the new gym with the mats for the first time? Look so clean. It made me so happy seeing it. If we can see, you might be able to see it a little bit behind us here in the camera. I mean, on the main section of the mats, there's 5,800 square feet. And then on the second section, there's 2,300 square feet of mats. And then the cage is 900 square feet. My first gym, the garage gym, was 900 square feet total. So now having like over 9,000 square feet of mats for people to train in is pretty sweet.
It's quite a bit bigger than like Randy Couture's gym. It's like, man, it's not. I mean, I would say like over 1,000 square feet.
I think their
of
gym's
mat
a little
space.
bit bigger because
I don't know about
two
the
sides.
I'm talking about the mat space. What do you mean two sides?
They have the two sides to the gym. They have the one side with the cage and the mats.
Oh yeah. But you have at least twice as much mat space there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think so. And then Takina was saying Helen Maroulis, the Olympic gold medalist, she has some goals in jiu-jitsu, and she lives closer to the academy. So I think she's coming tomorrow, and I think she might want to train here.
Wow.
I'll talk to her a little bit. What she's
Sweeten
wanting
the
to
deal.
do.
That's great, man. Did people? You're not even calling, reaching out to people like that?
Yeah.
Good
and
for
she
you,
might
brother.
come, which would be cool because I probably we could make her an ADCC champion.
That's
which
fucking
would
good,
be
dude.
really cool.
And how much happiness does that bring you compared to coaching people for fighting?
I really enjoyed the grappling, dude.
That's
I just
cool.
really
Did you
really
enjoy all
enjoyed it.
you guys at the tournament the last weekend?
Yeah,
How'd they do, by the way?
A lot. I think there was 56 people competing. But those tournaments are so good. It just reminds the teacher, the coach, what shit you need to work on. Because if no one's competing, you don't.
What do you
really,
mean?
You don't really know.
What you need
If
to
people
do,
get stuck in positions and then
Oh,
they're
yeah.
having trouble, and it's like, okay, we need to fucking have that on lock.
Were you surprised that did anybody do better than you even expected?
Oh yeah, some kids that haven't even trained that long go in there and they win gold. It's like
Are they athletes or just
good athletes. Yeah,
That fucking helps, man.
it does. It does. What'd you have for breakfast this morning, Joe?
Oatmeal. I've been back on the oatmeal kick, just making that happen.
You put a little bit of hot water in the little apple cinnamon one, or
No, it's the steel oats. It's and it put some protein in it too. It tastes like shit, but it's what I need.
so you go a handful of that, and then you throw in the microwave, give her a nuke.
Yeah, no, I boil it. I boil the water in the stove, and then I make it like that. I tried not to microwave anything now.
Yeah, we don't even have a microwave at our house.
Really?
Yeah, the first person I saw do that was Robert Fallis. I'm like, what the fuck? That's weird as hell.
You told me about that. You had a different stance on it then.
I dolled up some nice oats this morning too. I just do a big
Put some
handful
berries on
of
it?
oats. Put a little of the hot water from the espresso machine because the water's already hot.
I didn't think about that.
Do a little cinnamon, little honey, a little bit of blueberries, a little dash of peanut butter, a couple eggs on the side. I just been loving that breakfast.
Are you allergic to cinnamon at all?
No.
Fucking, a couple days ago I tried some cinnamon. It burned a hole right through my fucking lip.
You're not a big fan of it?
No, I'm allergic to it.
Are you really?
Yeah. Can't get around that.
All right, here we go. Here's some X saved posts. Let's talk about them here. This one's from the Orange Book. Really good page if you want to follow it. Luck is what happens when you finally stick to your long-term commitments and learn how to finish what you started. That's it, dude. Anything you do not expect fast results. And if fast results come, it's almost almost makes it worse.
Yeah, because it's not realistic. You know,
Yeah.
and it's not a good thing to expect that at all. You know, you have to always expect a hard fucking fought war.
Do people who are Do people who are constantly in a bad mood not realize that it makes everyone else around them physically uncomfortable and ruins the mood for every single person they come in contact with?
I find people like that, they're narcissistic and they don't give a fuck. They'll poison the mood to satisfy whatever need they have, honestly. I mean, if you do give a fuck about people around you, you can feel the energy shift,
Yeah.
Like I've been fucking stumbling around mad about something and see the whole thing come down, then you got to read the room and correct that, or you're just an idiot,
Yeah, that's why I've had some talks with my brother Schmitty before, because I'm like, dude, people go to work all day and they decide to come here. And if they come in here and they feel your mood's down, whatever's going on with you, it's going to just take down the mood of the whole place. We have to fix that.
It's important. I mean, do you change that kid's life, man? I mean, imagine if he wasn't around you guys.
Yeah.
I mean, fuck.
He's a fucking good kid.
He's a good dude. I love that kid. I mean, he's got a big heart, man. I mean,
he does.
He does. That's what's special about him,
Yeah.
So you overlook anything bad because he's got to fucking. Got to take the good with the bad with anybody.
Mm-hmm. Before jumping into a very competitive game, I think you should look at the winners of that game and decide if you want to be like them first. That's a good one.
I don't think I could do that. That's just way too much fucking.
Well, when they're talking about the game, they're talking about, okay, you want to open a successful, whatever kind of business it is. You want to open, that's your goal. Look at people who've done that and had success with it. And if they're just fat, depressed slobs, it's like, damn, they won the game that I'm trying at.
I think with money for sure, actually you hedge your bets for something like that. But I don't know, career wise, I mean, it's more of your heart stuff than logically thinking about it.
Yeah. But even seeing Taquino have his own jiu-jitsu academy, I'm like, damn, that seems cool. Like,
dude, but it's so rare. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like you understood early that consistency and fucking hard work gets you where you need to go.
Yeah.
And most people don't. That's it's not a fucking secret to get where you want to do. It's fucking A to B. That's it. Just do it the right way.
That's one thing I think, even like stuff like fighting, you don't get belts, you don't get like leveled up. You do if you're a pro and stuff, but like jiu-jitsu, you level up. And if you're at a gym where it's hard, they don't give out belts easy. Yeah. And you earned a black belt, you're like, holy shit, that took me 8, 9, 10 years to earn this black belt and to be a black belt. And then that's the recipe for anything else. If you expect anything else good like that,
equated to that,
it takes fucking that much consistency.
Yeah. Anything worth it, life fucking is gonna be like that. You know, when you got your black belt, did that mean more to you than anything you achieved in fighting?
It was weird, but it did. It did because I focused on it so much for those previous years and just like taken so many fucking throttlings that it did. And I'm like, God damn. And you have something to show for it.
For sure. I mean, and then you were graduated into a whole different life too, because you were not just learning to get your black belt, you're learning how to run a school too, run a gym and do all that stuff, because it's a different skill. Uh-huh. It's how many people are capable of running a gym just even if they're black belts? Very few of them, in my opinion. It's a hard thing. I couldn't fucking do it.
Yeah, I mean, you see a lot do it. A lot of black belts.
A lot of people tried to do it.
Yeah.
In Phoenix, there's quite a bit of gyms, but they're the best of the best. A lot of good schools out here.
There is. Andrew Tate says love died when Instagram was created.
Oh, he's not right. He's not lying with that. Dude, you gave me on the show. You gave me the best advice. The fucking the compliment people behind their back thing. That's great.
What was it again?
It was I forget who said it. It said compliment people behind their back more. You'll thank me. And I was like that stuck with me. I don't know. That was like a month ago.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Dude, I've been I'm like fucking. I can't find any goddamn shows to watch, and I'd like to watch Chef's Table at night or something.
You need a show,
but I turned on Temptation Island, and it's like these couples that have been together for a year and a half, some like 2 years, some 3 years, and they're two good-looking people, and then they bring in other very good-looking guys or very good-looking girls. The girls or the guys get a pick which one they want, and then they have to go on dates to see how
strong.
Hornet's Nest. Like, it's so fucked,
dude.
And they're just like sexy chicks. I'm like,
how often does the guy end up fucking hammering it?
I think almost every one. I'm like 2 episodes in, but
oh my god,
it's just being like,
I could imagine the environment on that show.
Why would you ever sign yourself up for
people
have?
Like there's people will do anything to be famous.
That's true,
and they'll fucking cut their own cock off. I've done it.
This one's pretty good. Everyone dreams big until you see the price tag.
Yeah, they definitely don't understand it for sure.
Yeah. I tried to, tell even my brother Schmitty that. I'm like, I want that as many subs on YouTube. Or I'm like, dude, do you want to do what I had to do to get it?
Yeah,
you
gotta pay the price.
But he's working hard.
Thing, you guys you're bringing him up the right way, and because he's able to see firsthand that there's fucking sacrifice. There's a price to pay for anything worth it. That's good for him to see.
Yeah,
I like Schmitty a lot. He's a good dude.
Dude, I love him. He's one of my best buds. Okay, Mark Manson. How to stay unhappy. Keep expecting other people to fix your life for you.
Yep. Fuck yeah, that's a zinger too.
Until you can manage your emotions, don't expect to manage your money. Warren Buffett.
That's fucking right. That one's a stinger there.
It's a juicer in it. Well, boys and girls, thank you for watching the show. And hope you enjoyed it. Hit that like and subscribe button. It helps me out more than you know. It really does. And also, we have a Patreon pod that comes out every weekend. And you guys really love the show. We really sit down and we go deep with different people. Schmitty's on there. We got my boy Dylan on there, Tommy McMillan. We have different people all the time. Every week on Patreon only. If you enjoy this show, you'll definitely enjoy that show. Check it out, patreon.com/RedHawk Academy. Thanks for coming, Joe. Thank you, Garrett. We'll talk to you soon. Love y'all. Bye-bye.